Hello everyone and welcome back to more of the Fruit of Grisaia. In the last episode, we were teaching Makina how to shoot a BB gun. And we decided to target Michiro. Not with real bullets or anything, well, it's not a real bullet. It doesn't shoot bullets, it shoots BBs, but fake it. But it was fun. It was kind of cute.
日焼けした。顔面と肩がめっさ痛いのよさ。
Aww.
日焼け止めもしないで一日中外で遊んでるからでしょうが。
I know, I used to have that bad when I was a kid. I used to get sunburned all the time. I get burnt real easily.
だって日焼け止めしても汗ですぐ流れちゃうんだものよ。
楽しかった？
こっさ楽しかった。
Wicked sick uber fun.
ごっさか。そりゃかなり楽しかったみたいね。何して遊んだの？
Remember, she doesn't know that what we've been doing.
誘導尋問に引っかかるところだったのよさ。イリスマキナ、美浜学園所属、学籍番号4番、1月13日生まれ。
Okay, calm down.
なに？どうしたの急に？
敵の捕虜になったら名前と認識番号と生まれた日しか教えちゃいけないんだってパパが言ってた。
DOB? Oh, date of birth. I was like, what the hell does that mean?
捕虜ってね、別に拷問してまで聞き出そうとは思ってないわよ。
了解。
まったく。
She's gonna have some questions for us.
いけねえ。アヒル持ってくの忘れるとこだったのよさ。
もうアヒルはいいけど他にはおもちゃを持ってっちゃダメよ。
ういーす。
まったく元気なのはいいんだけどさ。さてと、それじゃあ早速マキナの
Oh no.
もっと。ってあれ？あの子、日記帳どこにしまったのよ。
Maybe she's wizened up and started hiding it
そん
better.
なに奥にはしまい込んでないわよね。あ、やだもん。またこんなところに脱ぎ散らかした靴下しまい込んで。一度履いたらちゃんと洗濯に出せっての。もう。つーか日記帳はどこよ、もう。
What the hell is that diary? I need to peek into the personal lives of others.
あったあった、これこれ。
Uh-oh.
なに本日の日付はと。あったあった。どれどれ？
I'm not usually so brash about things, but we're fucked.
今日はパパと一緒にプリンキングごっこをして遊んだ。ゲロッサ楽しかった。ゲロッサ？まあきっとメッサの最上級のことなんだろうけど、それより何これ？これがプリンキング？わしがプリンの王様、プリンキングじゃーって。もう何よこれ。モギタンの次はプリンキング？っていうか、なんだかもうほんと全然意味がわかんない。あの子は一体ユージと一緒に何してんだろう。
Drayton and Purrin King were the best of friends. They spent many carefree days playing together in a deep, dark forest, rumored to be haunted by goblins. One day, Tuna Fish Man abruptly appeared before them. While vigorously disemboweling himself with a gloomy knife, he spoke thus. Toro! Seems Amani was tormented by this remarkably surreal dream, ultimately leaping to her feet and yelling, "What the hell now?" to no one in particular. A sad tale, although I fail to see why she complained to me the next morning. Elderly people are fond of the phrase experience as much as you can while you're young, but it's apparently somewhat rare for youngsters to generally understand those words. I'm something of a special case. I've seen much more than most people my age. Hell, I think I'm on the world-weary side of things. But even so, sometimes a small discovery or a brief comment will completely overturn what I thought I knew. Experience is the most valuable form of knowledge, the survivor's greatest prize. Repeatedly experiencing something until you know it inside and out is worthwhile. So is seeking out new experiences and widening your horizons. We learn by doing. And this time, Makina opted for the latter. I don't think it's anything more complicated than that.
ねえ、マキナ、本当に行かないの？
今年はパパと一緒に過ごすのよさ。
Just this morning, Makina declared that she would be spending her summer vacation in the dorm rather than accompanying Amane to Kyoto for the second time. Apparently, this last-moment change of plans was announced just as Amane was preparing breakfast today, and came as such a shock that the girl dropped her kitchen knife to the floor dramatically.
何度も聞くようだけど、なんで？こんなのと一緒にいたって楽しくないでしょ？
Can you not call me a thing to my face? At the very least, try not to point for emphasis. You managed to bruise my feelings a bit.
パパと一緒にいたいってのが一番の理由なんだけど、他にもアルバイトとかあるし、リンゴの苗の水やりとかザリガニの世話とかもあるしな。京都は去年経験したので、今年はパパと初めての夏を過ごします。
Aww.
大丈夫なのかな？あんたご飯とかどうするの？
大丈夫。パン焼きマッシーンもあるし、パン食べ放題なのよ。
パンだけじゃダメでしょ？ちゃんと栄養も考えないと。もう何か日持ちするおかずでも作ってから行こうかしら。
It's funny that two of the games I'm playing have bread shops in them. It'll be fine. I'm going to take care of the cooking.
つーか、あんた料理できんの？なんか豆ばっかり食ってるイメージが。
That hurts, you know. I can cook. I can cook great. Not to worry. I'll get some pumpkins in there as well. Human being won't die as long as they've got beans and pumpkins to eat. I'm pretty sure that's a lie.
あとパンもな。あ、かぼちゃパンでも焼いてみる？やべ、うまそうじゃね？
なんか心配。マキナが行かないなら私も行くのやめようかな。
心配すんなって。割と何でも器用にやってみせるから大丈夫なのよさ。行ってくるがいい。そしてお土産は生じゃないやつし買ってきて。お抹茶味のやつ。
Crack nose with extra crack? Makina, what exactly have you been taking?
あんた本当に硬いもの好きよね。
I'm a traditionalist myself. Give me some of the default cinnamon flavored ones.
わかったわよ。ちゃんとお土産買ってくるから、マキナはちゃんと宿題やるのよ。ユージはちゃんとマキナに宿題やらせるのよ。
Yes, dear.
わかってんのかな？私がいなくなっても遊んでばっかりいちゃダメなんだからね。
いなくなるって言っちゃやだよ。アマネー、ちゃんと帰ってくるのよ。帰ってこなかったらアマネーがどこへ行っても必ず探し出して迎えに行くからね。
ストーカーみたいなこと言わないの。ちゃんと帰ってくるからね。
No need to drag out the farewells then. The Yokohama Shinkansen leaves at 8:50, right? You're gonna miss the train unless you get a move on.
じゃあ行ってくるね。
Very well, Makina, we will now send off Amane on her journey to the capital with 30 hearty cheers. 30 hearty, 3 hearty. 30 hearty cheers.
そうよ。スオアマネくんの出発を祝して万歳万歳万歳
Banzai! Oh my god. That was loud.
やめてよ。恥ずかしいじゃない。
And so Amane finally turns and runs up the stairs towards the station's ticket gate, fleeing our largely meaningless farewell salute. Largely meaningless, not completely. While I certainly appreciated the value of Amane's contribution to our well-being, I assumed her temporary absence wouldn't have any particular serious effect on our lives. Now, to be honest, the casual attitude was partly the product of stubborn pride. I got along just fine by myself before, didn't I? But once the woman was actually gone, it didn't take 30 minutes for the first problems to begin surfacing. Hey Makina, how old are the eggs in this fridge?
んなこと聞かれても私が産んだわけじゃないのよさ。
Ah, I'd hope not.
2、3日で腐るものでもないし、あまねはいっつも奥に新しい卵を入れるから手前から使ってきゃオッケーじゃね？
I see.
それよりおトイレの紙がもうなくなりそうだけど、替えはどこにあんのよさ。
Where was it again? I do remember buying her some, so we should have plenty in stock.
あまねは何でもしまっちゃう女だから、きっとどっかにしまい込んでるのよさ。
Like where? I don't see anywhere to hoard things in this room.
階段の下かも。ほら、この部屋の向かいにある階段の下の小部屋、別名あまね倉庫。
Money warehouse?
あまねはティッシュとかトイレットペーパーとか缶詰とかスーパーで安売りしてるととりあえず買ってあまね倉庫に放り込んでおく癖があんのよさ。ペットボトルのお水とかも50リットルぐらいしまい込んでるのよ。
Looks like a pretty decent little emergency stockpile.
基本的に貧乏症なのよさ。クッキーの箱の包装紙とかリボンとかまで取っておくタイプな。お、貧乏症で思い出した。
Makina promptly sticks her head into the fridge and starts rooting around in search of something.
あったあった。これこれ。
What's that supposed to be? The semi-transparent Tupperware container in Makina's hand is stuffed to the brim with a yellowish, powdery substance.
ほら、前にあまねえがかぼちゃのスープ作ったでしょ。これはジューサーで絞ったかぼちゃの絞りかすなのよさ。
Seriously, who bothers to save that stuff?
そんなものとは何ですか。かぼちゃは皮の部分が一番栄養があるのよ。それを捨てるなんてとんでもない。
Well, it smells disgusting. I don't want it in here. What do you plan to use it for?
もちろんパン生地に練り込んでかぼちゃパンを作ります。お昼はこれにしようぜ。
Ooh, cinnamon rolls sound
さっき
good.
の八つ橋の話で思いついたんだけど、シナモンロールも作ろう。
I see. Talking about Yatsuhashi. Yatsuhashi. Get you in the mood for something with cinnamon? I don't know if you guys know of a comedian called Mitch Hedberg who's unfortunately passed away, but he had a joke where he was like, I wish they made cinnamon roll incense so my roommates could wake up with false hopes.
そういうことな。
Don't know why that reminded me of
早
that.
速パン生地を。
Hold on, Makina. Take a look at the clock.
おお、9時な。そろそろあまねえは新幹線乗った頃かしら。
Mayhaps yourself. Look at the other wall.
レフト、ライト、ジャッカス。
Wrong. I point to a very large piece of paper hanging on the wall. The word summer vacation schedule scrawled across the top in Makina's handwriting.
なんだ？スケジュールってのは新種の用語？
No. Playing dumb isn't much good when you're the one who wrote the damn thing. 9 in the morning is homework time, right?
宿題っつっても、あまねえが勝手にやっときなさいって言ってるだけで、別に学校で出た宿題じゃないのよ。
True enough. And Amaya's not around, so I guess it's all good. Fat chance, you're doing your work.
そうそう。あははのは。
Were you seriously expecting me to say that, you idiot?
そげん怒らんでもよかろうもん。
If you're thinking I'm gonna be soft-touched compared to Mana, you got nothing coming. You decided this schedule yourself, so I want to see you at least pretending to follow it.
振りだけでいいの？
Not like you'll learn anything if I force you to study when you don't want to, but at the very least, make yourself sit in front of your desk at the same set time every day and pretend to study. Once that becomes a habit, your brain will start waking up on its own when the time comes. You'll be able to focus intently and get a great deal done in a short time.
本当に？
Really. There's no point in trudging along through your textbooks for hours on end. 1 hour is just about right for a study session. Give it a try and you'll see.
なんかうまく騙されているような気がする。
Set aside a specific time every day for focused, undistracted study. I learned that simple technique from my big sister. Apart from her schoolwork subjects, she could consistently produce outstanding results in virtually anything with nothing more than an hour or so of daily review. Oh, the mouse is back. Oh, there we go. And once I adopted her study method, I managed to maintain a fairly respectable academic standing in my own right. When you get used to studying in brief chunks, you naturally start challenging yourself, pushing to see how far you can get within the limited time you have. Sometimes you'll look back after an hour's finished and be stunned at how much you accomplished. Yeah. And so, starting off with a quintessentially Japanese just-for-show attitude, Makina sits before her homework problems and pretends to ponder them. But as her style of pretending is pretty superficial, it amounts to little more than a childish parody of real studying. Her pen does not move an inch.
No.
Just moaning in a vaguely appropriate way doesn't really count, you know. At least try to use your head. And don't start bashing your head on the table.
振りって意外とめんどくさいのよさ。
Realizing that is step one. I mean, the world would be overflowing with geniuses if you could get smarter with no effort, right? Guess it's all for the best, though. Not like a super high IQ does much, but make life harder.
それはなんとなくわかるような気もす
No,
る
you
の
don't.
よさ。
Do your homework.
でもそう思える人は寂しい人なんじゃないかなってそう思うのよ。
You're talking like you actually know something about this.
まあな、これでも一応あれよ。子供の頃は神童って呼ばれてたのよ。
Those people would be so disappointed. Right. I think I sort of know where you're coming from. People labeled prodigies and geniuses often come off as a little broken in the head.
パパは笑わないんだね。
Now what?
私が昔神童だったって言っても笑わないのね。
Didn't you hear me? I kind of understand what you mean. I don't have first-hand experience, but my hyper-competent big sister fell into a similar category. Children labeled prodigies have their hands full just meeting the expectations of those around them, and their brilliance earns resentment and jealousy from peers. At best, they end up walled off by their own exceptional statuses. As my sister often said, once they've set you apart, you're left with a choice. You could struggle to stay the genius, or you can play the fool and become a clown. Come to think of it, it's easier to imagine that where my sister chose the former option. Makina went for the latter. You know, you don't have to pretend to be an idiot around me, you know.
それはちょっと私を買いかぶりすぎなのよ。正直な話、バカのふりを続けるうちに自分でもどっちの自分が本当の自分なのかよくわかんなくなってきてるのよさ。パパはどっちの私がいい？
Guess I like you the way you are. Well, not that I want you to keep acting like a doofus, but there's a lot I like about you right now.
例えば？
Let's see, for example, the way you're earnest and proactive about everything, and the way you never give up on something without even trying. These last few weeks, I've deliberately said some pretty absurd things to Makina, made some unreasonable demands. Even so, the girl gives everything a try. She's eager to discover new things she can do and willing to work hard at the things she can't yet manage. And when she does succeed at a task she struggled with, she comes running right over to me with a face full of pride, fishing for compliments. At the end of the day, the girl might just want my praise and respect. But it hardly matters why, does it? When I pat her on the head and say, "You did well," and see her squint like a contented kitten. Mysteriously enough, I find myself thinking, alright, what should I teach her next? Almost like an affectionate parent. I find that more than almost strange, but I can't deny it makes me happy as well. I'm willing to bet my master felt somewhat similar when she adopted me. And looking at it from that angle, this make-believe game seems almost like some karmic mission impressed on me by fate. It's a slightly creepy thought, but there's also something fulfilling about it. I definitely like having you around. And I think you're cute the way you are. But that doesn't mean I'm okay with you being a clown for the rest of your life. I want to make that clear.
まあね、私もずっとこのままじゃいられないってのは分かってるのよ。でも勉強したところで何が変わるの？っていうか、なんで勉強なんかしなきゃいけないのかな。
Let's see. In your case, the fact that you're already pretty comfortable financially might be the biggest problem. There's no incentive for you to better yourself because money is not a problem. The most compelling reason to study is probably when it's a step towards some lucrative future or dream career. I mean, once you've decided what you want to do with your life, reading textbooks isn't exactly crucial. If you're determined to become a pianist, you can focus entirely on studying piano and just ignore the rest. Well, that's something of an extreme example, granted. The point is, it doesn't matter so much what you're learning. If you're really determined to become a concert pianist, for example, the piano becomes the lens through which you see everything else. By engrossing yourself in the piano, you can gain a rich, broad understanding of the world, the kind of deep knowledge you'd never pick up from thumbing indifferently through textbooks. People can get myopic, of course. The difference between the word specialist and the term idiot savant is the difference between seeing the world through your field and mistaking your field for the world itself. Peering through the lens I picked up from my master, I got a pretty decent feel for the way things work out there. And as I learned, every scope you could pick up offers its own unique perspective. Gazing through the chosen lens helps shape your values and define you as a person. Makina, do you have any, dreams? Something you want to be when you grow up, that sort of thing?
そうね。今んところパン屋さんか狙撃兵ぐらいかな。
No, before that. You're not looking in variety, at least. You've got the vaguely warm world of a baker, soothing people's souls through their taste buds, and the cold sniper tracking a distant target with death in their eyes. When it comes to common ground, I guess. They're both occupations requiring a lot of stoic behind-the-scenes effort. While I'm feeling a little dubious about Makina's future planning right now, as a parent, I should be trying to leave as many paths open to her as possible. And considering my role as her master, I feel obligated not to laugh in her face. That said, what exactly am I supposed to do for her right now? That is a lot less clear. Glancing down at my watch, I find the dial reading 10 a.m. Alright, that's an hour. We're done studying.
まだ何もしてないのに。
And if you're unhappy over wasting an hour of your life, why not use that time a little more productively tomorrow? Keep at it and take baby steps. That's how you form a lasting habit. I turn to the copy of Makina's schedule on the wall. The next block of the day has the words playtime scribbled next to it in sloppy letters. Seems we have some recreation next, but I have to say, doesn't the schedule have a great deal of playtime?
バイトのない日なんてそんなもんなのよさ。つうわけなんで遊んでよ、パパ。
Again with this. Play what?
パパは前の学校にいた時何して遊んでたの？
I don't think I'd recall a lot of playing in general. I'd gotten used to a way of life where extracurricular activities were limited to eating and sleeping, so my off days were usually some combination of napping, reading books, and studying. As for the guys around me, it was all cards, ponies, or ponies? Really? The rare outliers were the ones who opted for bikes or motorcycles instead. And I'm not about to ask the girl ponies or poker in the first place. I only went to the races or casinos when they forced me to tag along in a group meeting. Oh, okay, I get it. Gambling. In my old school, you need to submit an application to leave the grounds on your days off. Without a stamped authorization card, they wouldn't let you take a step outside.
おお、なんか面倒なのな。
Exactly. There were a bunch of people who didn't get out much, myself included.
じゃあパパは今年の夏休みもずっと寮で過ごすの？
No, I'm planning to visit a grave, for one thing.
お墓？誰の？
My master's in Yamanashi. Need to clean it up and all that. Yamanashi, fairly rural prefecture bordering Tokyo, best known for its fruit production.
いつ行くの？
I haven't decided yet, but sometime before the Bond Festival. Figured I'd set a welcoming fire.
じゃあ今日行こうよ。
Today?
今から私お弁当作ってあげる。
To be certain, it seems a little more constructive than hanging around my dorm aimlessly, and I did give JB advance warning of my plans. That's a little sudden, but I don't see any reason why not. I take my private cell phone from my breast pocket, navigate to the phone number marked JB Harudera Yuria, and press the call button.
はい。
Hi, how you doing? The phone rings several times before JB picks up. Her voice oozes with the bleary displeasure of an overworked public servant pulled out of bed by a telemarketer. Were you sleeping?
ここのところ面倒な仕事が多くてね。少し仮眠していただけよ。
It's about that trip to Asaka's grave. I decided to go today.
また急ね。日にちが決まったなら3日前には報告してって言っておいたでしょ。
Well, the thing is, when I woke up this morning, Asaka was standing at my bedside with a bitterly resentful look on her face, cursing me for not visiting her grave. I burst into tears and said, "You've got it all wrong. It's all JB's fault," but she didn't seem to buy it.
ちょっとなんで私のせいにしてるのよ。
JB, you were just sleeping yourself, right? Tell me, has Asako's spirit paid you a visit yet?
やめてよ。私そういうの嫌いなんだから。
In any case, I've got to visit Asaka's grave ASAP. Give me permission to leave the prefecture.
わかったわよ。許可は出してあげるから、利用する交通機関と途中立ち寄り先を記載した行動予定表をメールで送ってちょうだい。
Affirmative.
まさかまた何日もかけて歩いていくつもりじゃないでしょうね。
That was like 3 days, alright? Cut me some slack. No, this time I'll be using conventional public transport. Halfway through the sentence, I happen to notice Amani's helmet lying in the corner of the room. Hold on. Actually, I think I'll get there on my own power after all.
走っていく気？
No, I'll go by motorbike.
バイク？誰の？
Borrow Amani's.
交通違反したり事故なんか起こしたりしたら大問題よ。電車にしなさいよ。
How many times do I have to tell you that I can't stand trains?
だったら許可しないと言っても聞かないんでしょうね。あなたは。
You're a smart gal. Glad to see you understand the nature of our situation. Give me the go-ahead.
使用する車体のナンバープレートと車体番号、それと自賠責保険の番号をメールしてちょうだい。
Got it. I'll send that before I leave. Alright then.
あまねえのボバ太郎で行くの？
Bobataro?
あまねえのバイクの名前。
Ah, yeah, that's right. Money did say I could use it any time, you know. Figured I might as well take the chance to ride for the first time in a while. She did insure the thing properly, right?
わかんねえ。
The documents would probably be with the vehicle itself, I guess. Let's go take a look. After finding a motorcycle key engraved with the letter K, among numerous other dangling on a hook by a door inside Amani's room, Makina and I head to the parking lot near the courtyard. Amani does talk about this bike every once in a while, but I've never actually seen her riding the thing. In fact, although I've noticed a little likely-looking vehicle sitting under a cover and all, I've never actually cast eyes on the beast itself. Amani once said, "I'm not sure what the name was, but Kawataki 250, I guess." So at first I'd picture some sporty touring model with a parallel twin engine. But then again, Chizuru described it as a chopper. That wouldn't look out of place in an American biker gang. So, what do we really have here? Bracing myself for anything, I tear off the cover dramatically, and we're going to find out next episode of The Fruit of Grisaia. Take it easy, everybody.